Hot dogs might be considered the pandemic's official food. They've been selling like crazy, and even the worst cook can make them, according to Megan Alexander. Americans spend more than $1 billion on packaged hot dogs each summer, and the majority of you are wasting your money. While some Franks are all beef legends that are juicy and sharp, others are rubbery tubes of regret that you purchase because you like the price tag even if they don't belong on your grill. Based on flavor, texture, ingredients, and what really makes consumers grab for them at the grocery store, we are ranking 11 hot dog brands today from the worst to the best. So grab your mustard, light up your grill, and subscribe because our top selection will make you rethink everything you've ever thought about hot dogs. Sugardale is at the bottom of the list. Since this Ohio-based company has been in business since 1920, it is all the more surprising that they still haven't perfected texture. Due to their enormous family packs and incredibly low costs, Sugardale is a Midwest mainstay and provides both mixed meat and all-beef choices, the majority of which are skinless. Sugardale dominates the cooler with its red and white packaging whenever you walk into any budget grocery store from Ohio to Indiana. The appeal is clear. Sugardale provides quantity when feeding a large group of people on a tight budget. These dogs cook quickly without crumbling on the grill, are widely accessible, and are reasonably priced. However, as soon as you bite into a Sugardale Frank, you'll discover that it has a soft, rubbery texture without a satisfying crunch. Though it tastes strangely dessert-like for a savory product, the flavor is sweeter than most of its rivals, which may suit some palates. Even by hot dog standards, the sodium content is considerable, and the ingredient list explains why. These dogs are bulked out at the expense of meatiness by fillers and added sugars. When you don't want to take out alone and you need 70 hot dogs for a church picnic, Sugardale works. Beyond that, it remains firmly rooted at position 11 due to its uneven taste and one-note sweetness. Ranking 10th is Boar's Classic Franks, an Arizona-based company that has amassed a massive following since 1981, thanks to its straightforward promise of providing incredibly affordable hot dogs in large quantities. Boar's can be found anywhere there are cheap meats for sale. Throughout the South and West, there are dollar stores, warehouse clubs, and low-cost food chains. It's easy to identify their packaging. Vibrant hues, enormous multi-packs, and costs that make you read the label twice. To get the most value per pound, many of their Franks are skinless and made using a variety of meats. It's simple economics that drives individuals to purchase Boar's. Boar's allows you to serve dozens of people without going over budget when you need hot dogs for a scout troop barbecue or a child's birthday party. They cook quickly, kids rarely complain, and you don't need fancy sauces to cover up the flavor. There's a reason why blind taste tests always give these Franks the lowest rating. They have no nuance in terms of spice or beef flavor and taste flat and too salty. A processed texture known as mushy is produced by mechanically separating meats in a number of product lines. Boar's dogs have an annoyingly little window of time before splitting and becoming rubbery on the grill. Nothing makes you want to take another mouthful, and there's no crunch or juice. As a pure commodities play, Boar's is successful. These are good if hot dogs are only used to serve ketchup and relish. But Boar's is a no-go if you truly care about the Frank's flavor. Since Oscar Mayer is almost identified with American hot dogs, people will be outraged when Oscar Mayer Classic Wieners take the 9th position. The Oscar Mayer Company was founded in Chicago in 1883, and by the 1920s and 1950s, they had made wieners a common household item. Since 1936, that famous Wiener Mobile has been cruising American towns. And the jingle, the one, has been stuck in people's minds for generations. From Maine to California, almost every store carries Oscar Mayer's mixed meat and all beef lines, the majority of which are skinless. There is no denying the nostalgic appeal. Oscar Mayer is the hot dog that Mom bought, the one that is served at every picnic, and the one that brings back memories of childhood for millions of Americans. Children can identify the bright yellow and red packaging, and they are always in stock and on sale. Year after year, Oscar Mayer is one of the best-selling hot dog brands because of this familiarity. The taste is aggressively typical hot dog, which isn't really a good thing because it tastes precisely like what you would expect from a hot dog. Purists notice right once the lengthy ingredient list full of taste enhancers and fillers, and the texture is soft and bouncy with no snap. To get that recognizable flavor, Oscar Mayer uses a lot of artificial flavors, which makes the product taste more like a hot dog than real beef or pig. If you take away the Wienermobile and childhood memories, Oscar Mayer's performance is aggressively average. However, he wins on brand familiarity and nostalgia. The number 8 spot goes to Ballpark Beef Franks, which were born in Michigan and have been associated with baseball since 1957. Developed especially for Detroit's Tiger Stadium, Ballpark Franks, smoky, sweet, and meant to be enjoyed with cold beer and stadium mustard, quickly established themselves as the ultimate ballpark experience. They provide skinless beef and Angus lines that have that distinctively fluffy, emulsified texture. There are ballparks, supermarkets, petrol stations, and food vendors everywhere. There is most likely a pack of Ballpark Franks in the area if there is a grill within 100 miles. The appeal is designed for parties and tailgating. Ballpark dogs can withstand a lot of toppings thanks to their strong, smoky, sweet flavor. These Franks stand up when you top them with cheese, sauerkraut, onions, and chili. When you're eating with one hand and holding a beer with the other, that juicy, bouncy texture works well. You can feed the entire team without breaking the bank because they are priced for volume. People instantly become divided by that spongy, fluffy feel. While some people think the soft bite is great, others think it's mushy and fake. Even by hot dog standards, the sodium content is dangerously high, and the flavor leans sweeter than classic deli-style Franks. Biting into a ballpark can seem more like biting into an extremely meaty sponge than an actual sausage, since the emulsified texture lacks the snap and firmness that die-hard hot dog lovers desire. When flavor and toppings are more important than texture, Ballpark wins. That sponginess and sweetness keep it in the bottom half for everyone else. If you're from Chicago, you're probably already upset about this rating, as Vienna beef takes the 7th place. Vienna beef is more than just a hot dog. It's a cultural institution that was founded in 1893 and made its debut at the Chicago World's Fair. Traditional Vienna beef franks are served in natural sheep casings with black pepper, celery salt, paprika, garlic, and that famous Chicago-style spice blend. These pups have the snap and texture that characterize a true Chicago dog because of their all-beef makeup and natural coats. Vienna beef is the standard throughout the Midwest, particularly in Chicagoland, and can be found at grocery stores, sports stadiums, and corner stands. Vienna beef provides all the qualities that a hot dog ought to have when you locate the casing varieties. Juicy, garlicky beef with a unique celery salt flavor and a gratifying crunch when you bite through the casing. In contrast to the blander grocery Franks, the flavor is complex and powerful. The only acceptable option for a true Chicago-style dog, stuffed with mustard, relish, onions, tomatoes, pickles, peppers, and celery salt on a poppy seed bun, is Vienna beef, which is not simply the favorite option for Chicagoans. The grocery store skinless versions of Vienna beef lose a lot of what makes the brand unique, and it might be difficult to find outside of the Midwest. The oil content can make the casing dogs sloppy on the grill and cause them to taste excessively oily and salty. Most Americans have never had Vienna beef because of its regional origins, and when they do, the strong spice may be too strong for someone used to milder Franks. Although Vienna beef is a Chicago gem, its restricted availability and contentious saltiness prevent it from becoming more popular. We begin to see companies who take ingredients seriously when Trader Joe's organic grass-fed beef hot dogs come in at number 6. In the 2000s, the organic and natural foods movement gave rise to Trader Joe's private label hot dogs. The only nitrites added to these 100% beef, grass-fed Franks are those found naturally in celery powder. They have a classic snap because many lots have natural casings. There are no fillers or unpronounceable ingredients like you find in mainstream brands. And the ingredient list is refreshingly simple: meat, water, spices, and sea salt. For clean eating without compromising flavor, people purchase them. The natural casing gives you that wonderful pop as you bite down, and the beef flavor is strong and meaty rather than sweet or overly processed. For consumers who are concerned about their health, Trader Joe's provides organic, grass-fed quality products at a significantly lower cost than Whole Foods or specialty butcher shops. Anyone who is sick of mystery meat franks will enjoy the flavor's simplicity and beefiness. The drawback is exclusivity. These are exclusive to Trader Joe's, so availability is restricted to locations with stores. Some people find that the flavor profile is noticeably less sweet and smoky than traditional American hot dogs. They feel less substantial due to their somewhat smaller diameter, and if you're not careful, they may dry up on the grill more quickly due to their leaner texture. These might not taste hot enough and taste too beefy if you grew raised on a stadium. Although Trader Joe's offers honest flavor and high-quality ingredients, its leaner profile and restricted supply prevent it from competing at the highest level. Boar's Head Beef Franks, a New York delicatessen brand that offers top quality in the supermarket, comes in at number 5. Boar's Head began as a deli meat purveyor in New York in 1905 and later expanded throughout the country to include facilities in Florida. All of their beef franks are made with real beef, and many of them are sold in natural casings. The brand is known for its high-quality prepared meats and cold cuts, and its franks are no exception. The seasoning blend of pepper and garlic in Boar's Head franks is well-balanced, adding flavor without overpowering the beef. You can see the quality right away. The natural casing of these dogs gives them a hard snap, and their inside is meaty and substantial rather than emulsified or squishy. Boar's Head has a deli counter vibe to it because of its sophisticated seasoning, which has more black pepper and less sugar than popular brands. They grill well, getting a lovely char without becoming rubbery or splitting. Boar's Head is a great option for outdoor cooks who wish to upgrade their cookout without having to buy handmade sausages. For casual hot dog eaters, the price difference may not be worth it because it is significantly pricier than competitors found in grocery aisles. Although the seasoning is superb, some people prefer a denser salt punch. Additionally, Boar's Head doesn't have the same lighthearted Americana nostalgia as companies like Nathan's. It's a serious, adult hot dog that works well for some events, but seems too formal for a summer BBQ with children. Boar's Head is a symbol of high-end supermarket quality, although it falls just short of the top 4 due to its greater cost and somewhat somber atmosphere. Clean label hot dogs meet intense flavor in Applegate Naturals organic uncured beef hot dogs, which rank number 4. Applegate, a New Jersey-based company founded in 1987, led the way in the natural and organic meat movement by providing products free of synthetic nitrites, antibiotics, and ingredients obtained transparently. Their beef franks are made entirely of beef, seasoned with spices and sea salt, and free of artificial ingredients or fillers. The brand has developed strong brand loyalty among label readers and health-conscious families, and the ingredient list is surprisingly small when compared to conventional franks. Depending on the product range, Applegate dogs are available in both skinless and natural casing forms. It has a tight, solid texture that cooks up nicely on the grill, and it has a clean, meaty flavor. It has a simple beef flavor that is subtly spiced, with no strange aftertaste or chemical tang. These dogs have a thick, meaty bite because to the leaner, less processed emulsion and the gratifying snap from the natural casings. Among natural and organic companies, Applegate routinely scores highly in taste testing, and their openness about their sourcing reassures parents. Compared to traditional hot dogs, which can be expensive when serving a large group of people, the price per pound is much greater. For those used to fattier ballpark or Oscar Mayer franks, the slimmer emulsion may feel firmer and less juicy, even though it is healthier. Some traditionalists think Applegate's flavor too sophisticated and not sweet or smoky enough, and it lacks the nostalgia appeal and broad awareness of historical brands. Applegate excels in the category of clean ingredients without compromising flavor, but it falls just short of the top 3 because to its higher price and leaner texture. Speaking of which, since the top spot is just 3 spots away, kindly like and subscribe to this video. At number 3, Nathan's famous skinless beef franks won the bronze prize. Since 1916, this Coney Island icon has been dominating the hot dog competition. Nathan's swiftly rose to prominence in New York after starting out as a nickel hot dog stand on Coney Island. The company's retail franks, which have been sold all throughout the country since the late 20th century, aim to recreate the original boardwalk taste in a grocery store setting. The retail version of Nathan's is skinless, but it still has a lot of the strong, aggressive flavor that made the brand famous. Nathan's uses just beef and a special blend of garlic and paprika spices. Nathan's is available in almost every supermarket in the United States. Nathan's is frequently rated close to the top of mass-market taste tests due to its robust beefiness, balanced smoke, and distinctive New York deli flavor. The seasoning is strong but not overpowering, with just enough smoke to bring back memories of the boardwalk. The flavors of garlic and paprika come through. When Nathan's is cooked on a grill or flat top, it develops a lovely sear and maintains its juicy interior. The flavor can withstand a lot of toppings and is strong enough to stand alone with only mustard. Some people think the garlic flavor is a little too strong, and the sodium content is higher than the top two brands. Although the flavor is great, the skinless retail version is softer than real deli counter Franks, and it lacks the snap that fans of natural casing yearn for. Additionally, Nathan's is marginally more expensive than Ballpark or Oscar Mayer, without quite making it to the premium level. Nathan's is a strong number 3 because it strikes a mix between quality and accessibility while offering the famous New York flavor that is available nationwide. Hebrew National Beef Franks, a kosher powerhouse that has gained a reputation as one of America's greatest, comes in second place. Hebrew National was founded in New York City in 1905 and has been subject to stringent kosher processing regulations for more than a century. Their Franks are made entirely of meat, spices, and seasonings. No fake flavors or colors, no fillers, and no byproducts. Higher quality cuts and more thorough processing are necessary for kosher certification, and this has a direct impact on flavor and texture. Although deli counters occasionally carry casing variations, Hebrew National is primarily sold in skinless retail form and is easily accessible throughout the nation. Taste tests consistently report that Hebrew National has a dense, meaty texture that feels substantial and that it is clean, beef-forward, and garlicky. Because of the sophisticated and well-balanced seasoning, the meat flavor is not overpowered by sweetness or smoke. Many families choose Hebrew National because they know what they're getting, and the company has established a strong reputation for quality over the years. The bite is more upscale since the texture is stronger and less mushy than Ballpark or Oscar Mayer. Although not quite on par with Boar's Head or Applegate, the pricing is higher than that of its mainstream rivals. Even while the skinless retail dogs are great, they miss that tactile element and the natural casing versions, the ones with the actual snap, can be difficult to obtain in typical supermarkets. In addition, some tasters think Hebrew National is a tad underseasoned in comparison to Vienna beef or Nathan's robust spice punch. Hebrew National consistently produces exquisite flavor, pure ingredients, and outstanding quality. It is the hot dog of the thinking person and is deserving of the second place. You already know why Costco's Kirkland signature beef hot dogs are at the top of the list if you've ever tried the $1.50 hot dog combo in the Costco food court. When Kirkland's signature hot dogs were introduced in the middle of the 1990s, they immediately gained a cult-like following that verges on religious fervor. These quarter-pound all-beef Franks are free of artificial coloring, fillers, and byproducts. Costco sells them in enormous club packs, but they are most known the hot dogs that are served in the food court for $1.50 with a Coke. This price hasn't changed since 1985, despite increased meat prices, supply chain disruptions, and inflation. A co-founder of Costco once threatened to kill the CEO if the hot dog combo's price was raised. There is no comparable value-to-quality ratio in the whole hot dog market. Kirkland Franks have a clean flavor that doesn't rely on a lot of smoke or sweetness, and they're juicy, meaty, and delicious. It has a robust and firm texture. They feel substantial on the grill or roller because they are thick dogs. As you would expect from a quarter-pound Frank, the seasoning is simple and allows the quality of the beef to shine through. When you bite into a Kirkland dog, you receive a pleasing chew, beef flavor, and juice that makes you want more right away. Whether you're eating one from the food court or grilling one at home, Costco's hot dogs always work perfectly. They retain their texture even when steamed, char beautifully without separating, and go well with any combination of toppings. The Kirkland Frank has become a cultural symbol due to the food court combo's cult status. To grab that $1.50 hot dog, people organize visits to Costco. The club pack sizing means you're committing to a lot of hot dogs at once. And the only real downside is that you need a Costco membership to purchase them. Additionally, Kirkland's flavor profile is meaty and simple, without the complexity of spices seen in Chicago or New York styles. According to some hot dog enthusiasts, it has a clear beef flavor without any paprika or celery salt. In terms of quality, pricing, and overall pleasure, Kirkland's signature beef hot dogs come out on top. They are the hot dog that reveals you have been compromising all your life. That's it. As the best packaged hot dog in America, Costco's Kirkland signature beef hot dogs demonstrate that both quality and affordability can coexist. This rating demonstrates that ingredients, texture, and genuine flavor are more important than nostalgia and astute marketing, ranging from rubbery cheap franks to premium all-beef champions. Real beef, well-balanced flavor, and gratifying bite-over fillers and artificial shortcuts are the top priorities for the best hot dogs. What are your thoughts? Is your backyard favorite being insulted, or did we get it right? For more food rankings that resolve arguments you never realized you needed resolved, please leave a comment below and remember to like and subscribe. Thank you so much.